Have you ever felt that you will regret getting something, but at the same time, something in your head is telling you to get them both? Hey, how's it going everyone? This is DCSU81 and yes, today we are going to do a review for these two, the Marvel Legends, the X-Men 97, Wolverine as well as Rogue. Yes, just like what I said earlier, I actually got the contradiction feeling when I saw both of them staring at me at the Toys R Us, and worst thing of all, they are the last one there. And I'm afraid that I'm going to regret, but don't get me wrong, they both looks great. I'm just afraid that I might regret. It will be the start of my journey to collect the entire X-Men team. Yes, that's what I'm afraid of, because as you guys know, I'm not really a big fan of X-Men, but I did started to watch the animated series, which is the one on Disney Plus. Yeah, I think I watched until episode 3, and at the same time I also continue to watch the previous one, which is I think starting on 92, the very old series of X-Men. So I believe that's the continuance of what we got today, so I'm actually backtracking it to watch the earliest ones. So yeah, I think I might have got into this rabbit hole that I will actually continue to collect at least the entire team of the X-Men, only try not to get into the villain side. Yeah, just the X-Men. So without further ado, let's take a look at this packaging. I just love this packaging. I mean, to be honest, they are really classic, and at the same time they are really great, especially for those of you who just like to keep it mint and you can just hang it on the wall. It looks beautiful, although it's space consuming, yes, but it will looks great if you just decide to hang it on your wall. Wow, it just looks so nice. I just love they actually use the drawing on it, and so that you can compare the look as per the comic. They do looks really good, to be honest. I'm kind of blew away by their likeness. I think it's comparable to what we are getting in those Japanese import like SH Figuarts or even Mayfax. And at the back of the box you can see the entire wave of this wave 1. Yeah, like I say, I might start to collect all of the X-Men, so I still left Storm, Bishop as well as Gambit. I'm not going to get Magneto, even though I like the characters, because I have already gotten the Mayfax one, which I think is a much more better options. So let's get them out of the box. Here is Wolverine and Rogue right out of the box. I will start off with the accessory, and ladies first. As for Rogue, she just comes with a right closed fist hand and a left closed fist hand holding on to something like a glove for her hands. She also comes with a right ungloved hands as well as a left closed fist hands. As for Wolverine, he just comes with the closed fist claw hands, pair of closed fist hands, and lastly, of course, he just comes with a mask head as well as the mask, which is actually meant for this unmasked head for you to put on his back. And yes, that's about it for the accessories. So next we'll try to put on some of the accessories onto the figure. I'll start with Wolverine this time. So let's try to put on the mask that he have removed. Okay, and let's see how he looks like. Okay, so this is how he's supposed to looks like. Kind of weird though. I mean, I think without this would be better somehow. And this is how he's going to looks like with the mask head. Wow, I think it looks pretty good. As for Rogue, he only comes with interchangeable hands, so I will try to remove the right hands and just put it this without gloves, so it will looks like she actually removed the gloves from her right hands. Yes, this is what it is for. Yep, something like this. Okay, so next we'll check out the articulations. I will start with Wolverine this time, so he can look to the left, looks to the right, no issue. Looking up, yes, very much. You can even do like a flying off the plane pose, and also the looking down is even better. Wow, my goodness. Okay, so for his arm, these two pieces can be moved a bit like the Mayfax. Okay, and also you can see there is a butterfly joint which can go pretty far behind. Wow, this is really good. But for going front, just a tiny bit, as you can see. Okay, and we do have a bicep shivers over here, a double joint elbow. Yep, pretty good. And let's see how far his arm can go upwards. Okay, so slightly less than 90 degrees, and of course his arm can go 360 degrees, no issues. There's 2-point articulation. One, we have a ab crunch. Yeah, can go pretty much there. Yep, you can see from here, but going backwards is just slightly actually is almost equivalent to nothing. Yeah, you can't really bend backwards. Okay, so you can also shivers on the waist. The belt is a separate piece on its own. As for the leg, you can see there's a cuts, there's a tight shivers. Okay, and you can actually try to kick forwards. Yes, more than 90 degrees, pretty good. And kicking backwards just slightly over here. And of course he does have a double joint knee, okay, which is pretty good. Let's take a look at his leg. So he can shivers around, going upwards and downwards. Okay, mine is pretty tight, and there is no shivers on the shoes. So let's see how well he can do a split. There you go, it's almost a perfect split there. Wow, so I would say that this Wolverine does have a pretty good articulations. And next we'll move on to Rogue. Okay, so of course you might have expected, because of her long hair, so she can turn to the right and turn to the left. Looking up not going to happen because of her hair, but you can see the lower piece here is actually of a soft rubber, but towards here is very hard, so she really can't look up. But looking down, pretty good, as you can see. Wow, this is really nice. And for her arms, she can turn 360 degrees. There is no butterfly joint as far as I can tell, and there is no cuts on her biceps, so there is no bicep shivers, and it's a single joint elbow. Yeah, not that good. And this yellow piece here is actually a separate piece on its own. You can move his hand up and down. Okay, you can turn it. And for her torso, there's only one articulations right over here, so you can actually move it around. And to look up earlier on, you can actually use the joint here to actually do it like this, so she looks like she's looking up. And the best thing is there is no gap here. Okay, just like Wolverine, this belt is a separate piece on its own. There's a cuts here, so there's a tight shivers. Let's see how well she can kick forward. Yes, about 90 degree. Kicking backwards, not going to happen because of her beautiful butt cheek here. Okay, so she does have a double joint knee. Okay, very good. And let's see, you can turn here. Nope. So her legs, just like Wolverine, can shivers around, going up and down. And mine is again pretty tight. So let's see if she can do a perfect split like Wolverine. Not going to happen. It's just like this. So as for Rogue, her articulation is pretty limited as compared to Wolverine. And for the size comparisons, I would like to compare with some of my X-Men that I have. So let's start with some Marvel Legends. So I do have Colossus right over here. Wow, which is pretty big. And also for female, I don't really have much of the X-Men. So compare with this Mystic, which is a movie versions. And wow, I didn't expect her to be smaller than her. And next, let's compare with this Mesco Cyclops that I have. Okay, looking pretty good. And let's compare with this Magneto, which is from Mayfax. Okay, I think they scale pretty well. And next, let's compare with some non-X-Men. This is the SH Figuarts Goku, which is the Ultra Instinct that I reviewed recently. And I also have this Jada Toys Evil Rule. And next, I'd like to compare with this Marvel Legends Wolverine, which is another Wolverine that I have. Yeah, I think actually looks pretty good next to him. And also this, the Amazing Yamaguchi Wolverine with a custom head. Okay. And lastly, of course, I'd like to compare him with this Mayfax Wolverine, which is slightly taller than him. And also this Mayfax Catwoman from Hush. Yeah, I would just like to let you see how's the size of a female compared to this Marvel Legends Rogue. Yeah, so you can see actually scale pretty well. Do click on the likes button if you enjoy this review. Okay, next we shall move on to the overall look. I'd like to start on ladies first. Again, let's take a look at this Wow, this is, I think it's a rather good one for Rogue. I mean, this is my very first Rogue figure, so you can really see that her hair is being done nicely. I just love the white here. And do bear in mind that this is the animated version, so don't expect much detail because it's a cartoon character. And my goodness, just take a look at her face up close. She just looks so beautiful. I'm mesmerized by her beauty. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to get her. And you can see her inner cloth, the X-Men is very detailed. Okay, and you even have the X over here. Very nice. And I do notice something which is quite ridiculous. Yeah, at the side here you can see the paint actually, you know, like just scrap off on its own. Maybe her bust is too big, that actually makes it look like the costume is being stretched here. Yeah, pretty realistic I would say, but at this side it doesn't really have it. Okay, so overall it's just green and yellow. I just love the yellow that they use. It's very X-Men feels. And the belt, you can see there's X-Men logo, and the back nothing much except, I think you can see it, a very beautiful butt there. And I know there is and famous pictures of her butt in front of Apocalypse, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so it actually makes it looks like that as well for this figure. And the next one, of course, we have this Wolverine here. You can see the black stripe this time, very true to the comics. Yes, I believe this is what you guys wanted. And this shoulder pad is being done very nicely, and you can see he does have the arm hair as well, very detailed. And this X is very nice. Wow, I think the whole thing is being done very nicely. And one thing that I would like to share with you guys is the reason why I don't really like to get Marvel Legends Wolverine is because of the claw. Because you can see most of the time, from what I can see on the box, it is not aligned properly. Yeah, I know this is an easy fix. Some of you guys might just say, you know, warm it up and then let it cool down, and then you can just, it will just become normal again. But it's really hard to find one that is having a perfect claw like this. Usually there's one that it will be sticking together and things like that. But this one, I think I can just forgive it. Okay. And at the back, yeah, nothing much. He does have a nice butt as well, and it's being done very nicely. And I'd like to show you guys that this head of his is a very well done. You can see the details of the expressions. This is very nice, my goodness. So in terms of the overall look, I really think that these two looks really good for a Marvel Legend. I think they really improved a lot, especially for Rogue. She does looks very beautiful. And even for Wolverine, yeah, the Logan head is almost perfect, my goodness. So both of them do deserve the perfect score for me. Okay, so my final verdict for these two is, if you're really a X-Men fan, especially for now is the hype because of the newly released cartoon, yeah, I really think that these two should be in your collections, especially someone new like me. But if you have already collects numerous Rogue and even numerous Wolverine, maybe this might not be something that you want to collect again. But trust me, this guy is, I think it's a big improvement. So yes, I'm really looking forward to collect the entire X-Men team. So I know now currently it's a wave 2, so I'll continue to hunt for them. And I do hope that you enjoy this review, and I'll catch you guys again in my next video. I hope you check out this video right over here.